This is my vlog on talking about the mic test that I've done with Sam during the week. Sam put, apologies for spelling, because Sam put together a PowerPoint, a video of the results, and I'm just going to go through, and as I play them, I'm going to talk about the different mics and the quality and if I'm going to be using them, etc. So to start with, indoors Rode mic test. Indoors Rode mic long distance. So the first one, indoors Rode mic test, was from about 2 meters away, and I felt like the quality was okay from short distance, but you noticed it in the long distance one that it was quite good quality especially when you compare it to the other ones. So it definitely picks up well from a longer distance, the Rode mic. So I really like the use of Rode mics, and in terms of the actual setup, they're really easy to set up. So that's always a positive, that you don't tend to have any issues with them, unlike other mics. So yeah. Sony mic, short distance. Sony mic, long distance. So that was the Sony mic, similar to the Rode mic, very easy to set up, very small, requires no wires, sort of leads going about it, doesn't have any batteries, very easy to set up in that sense. But in terms of the quality, it actually sounds good on these tests, like from short distance especially, it sounds better than the Rode mic from short distance. But you notice it's quite quiet, especially when it goes to outside. I'll talk about that in a bit. But as well, from the long distance, which was about 7 or 8 meters away, it tended to pick up more of the other sounds, the unwanted sounds, like just ambience, like background noise, than the actual voice, which could definitely be an issue with how I want my short film to be, like, because I do like to film with one mic. Audio is always an issue for me, and previous projects, I'm going to be biased towards the Rode mic because it's done really well for me in terms of I haven't had any issues with them whatsoever. The quality that's come out of them has always been quite good, so I really like them, and I feel like this Sony mic just lacks a tiny bit of like sort of accuracy in what it picks up. But it's still a very good quality mic. Like, the quality was really good. If you wanted to do just some Foley, and you were really close up to the mic and it was completely silent elsewhere indoors, I feel like that would be a very good mic to use, because the actual quality of it is much more crisp than the other mics, in my opinion. Built-in mic, close range. Built-in mic, long distance. So we thought we'd also give a little test for the actual built-in mic of the camera, just in case, worst case situation where the mic doesn't work or breaks or whatever. I was actually quite impressed with it. You'll notice, and this is just inside, so you can imagine it would be outside, but like it did pick up a lot of noise and fuzz, which is, as expected. It was a it's a built-in mic. It's not meant to be the best quality. I feel like it still picked up my voice relatively okay, and I feel like in certain situations you would definitely have to get away with using that. Obviously, I don't want to have to be at a stage where I have to use that, but it's good to have tested it to just double check, I guess. So that was the what mic was that? Was that a radio mic? We had the same outcome for the radio mic and the boom mic. Basically, you can hear it sort of picked up a bit of background sound, but obviously you got that massive beep, and this is something I want to talk about. I might as well play the boom mic as well in the background. It's literally just that, because, and I seem to have had this problem previous times trying to use the boom mic, radio mics. It always seems to have problems. There always seems to be something wrong. Whereas the XLR pack, which it can be on a lot of occasions, there always just seems to be a fault that happens with it. And despite, I don't care if like the quality is great. It probably is good for certain shots. The fact that you can get really involved with actually being right there. But the fact that it's so unreliable for me personally, and I know a lot of other people seem to struggle with this. I wouldn't want to have to rely on it, rely upon it. So because I live quite far away from college, so I wouldn't want to book out equipment, get home the weekend that I want to film my final major, and then see that something's faulty. So as much as I know the quality of these mics is good when you can get them to be 100% reliable and working, I don't want to use them because I'm too scared that I'm gonna have issues and then everything's just gonna fail. So yeah, then we swapped to outside because obviously, it's especially in Sam's world, which is why we're also doing it, but as well as in mine, there's going to be scenes that are going to be outside, so you need to be prepared. And it was good because on the day of doing this, it was really windy, really windy. So it was really good to get an idea of how well these mics perform in probably the highest conditions, the hardest conditions that we might face. If it's really windy on the day, we need to know how they cope. And I'll play them through, and then I'll talk about them. Rode mic, short distance. Rode mic, long distance. So this is where, for me, the Rode mic stood out massively. Apart from the other mics, is that outside, that like I said, there was people walking past, talking. There was cars going past. It was windy. There was obviously all the sounds of nature and that, trees, everything. And it picked up my voice from both distances. We used the same distances, about 2 meters and then about 8 meters. It picked up my voice really well. I mean, you can hear a lot of background sound, but I didn't have a dead cat on top of it, so it was literally just the mic as it is. And I felt like it performed really well from the long distance, and I was quite a way back. And it picked up my voice really well. I can hear it really clearly, so I was really impressed with the Rode mic. Sony mic, short distance. Sony mic, long distance. So this is where Sam's Sony mic sort of did struggle a bit. And like I was saying, in the indoors one, you could sort of already see this coming. But outside, especially from the long range, it really struggled. And one thing that is noticeable when you listen to these recordings with headphones is it actually picked up the wind really well, as in it sounds quite high quality. That sounds stupid to say, but it seemed to pick up everything you didn't want to pick up quite nicely, and then didn't pick up my actual voice. Whereas with the Rode mic, you couldn't really hear any wind sort of hitting against the mic. That's because it's probably more protected, the actual mic itself. Especially when you put a dead cat over it, which you can't do with the Sony mic. But yeah, this mic did struggle from longer distances, which would definitely be a problem if you were filming outside and sometimes inside, depending on the scenes you were filming. So as much as I did like the mic and think it is a high quality mic, I don't want to use it for mine, especially in the outside shots. Like I was saying, when it's really windy, it's very difficult to get a nice quality audio from it. So yeah, that was built-in mic, short distance. Done the built-in mic. Built-in mic, long distance. So again, performed okay. It actually sounded fairly similar to the Sam's Sony mic, outside, but it picked up a lot more of the sounds I didn't want to pick up in my actual voice. Which is compared to the Rode mic, I feel like it done the opposite. I feel like the Rode mic was really good at focusing in on my voice and not picking up the background sounds as much. So overall, from doing this test, it was really helpful because I would, for example, I knew I had problems with the radio mics and the boom mics previously, but my thought process behind it was if I can work out how we can just do it 100 now and see how good the quality actually is, it might sort of persuade me to use it. But again, we booked out. We couldn't get it to work. We tried playing around a lot of the settings. We tried different things, and we still couldn't seem to get it to pick up my voice. It just got that beep, and there's different things that happened before where it hasn't. It's picked up, all the fuzz of the surround sounds, and then just not picked up my voice. There's been no beat, but there's just been nothing. So I'm not too sure about that. So it was important to do this test and sort of write them off, because otherwise I might have used them and then it could have then failed me. And it definitely made me more confident in the Rode mic. I sort of went into it with a biased opinion anyway, just because I really like them. I feel like they're really easy to carry around, really easy to set up. Sort of just get on with it and go. Picks up really good quality as well. But I'm not just from like a lazy point of view where it's just easy to set up, and it does record really high quality sound. So I definitely think I'm going to be using that in this final major project with my film as well. Majority of my film is going to be inside, so that will allow the quality to really sound quite good when I film. So yeah, this is just a short vlog, probably not that short actually, making it 11 minutes crap. But yeah, that is it, I guess. I'll probably do another vlog talking about actual equipment because I'm going to be booking that out and testing it next week with Sam. So yeah, I'll come shortly. Peace.